And that's why I gave you that paperwork there. You can kind of use some of those YouTube channels to search on your own. I would not expect anyone to walk away and be like, wow, man, I think the Earth is flat from just this conversation. But hopefully I pique your interest so you look into it. And don't trust me, and don't trust your teachers, and don't trust anyone. People got to start thinking for themselves.
Thank you, man.
You're right, brother. How you doing? Yeah. Have you looked into it at all? You see curvature behind me? That looks curved, like the curve to you? That water looks like a curve?
Go down to the beach, put yourself down there, and stare out there.
Straight as an arrow. It is. Sir, people have made videos where they tie a steel line from a pole to a pole, and they wrench it so that it's really, really tight. And what they do is they take their camera and they'll literally line it up to that line, and you have a perfectly flat horizon. You might be thinking that you see a curve. I'm not going to deny that. But when you see somebody actually perform a test where they actually test out whether there's a curve there or not, you're going to see that there is no curve. You can actually go and look on YouTube right now, and I can stand here and see people.
What's on the other side?
I don't know. Who knows? Does there have to be another side? I don't know. Now, I will tell you this. No, stay with me. I'm with you. I understand this is crazy stuff, right? I'm speaking. This is insane. Stay with me. Have you heard what I mentioned about Chicago skyline? Okay.
No,
all right, great. You can see a newscast where a guy took a video or a photo from the shoreline, or approximately the shoreline of Lake Michigan, and he looked across Lake Michigan 50 miles. And over a distance of 50 miles, you can see the Chicago skyline. Now, this is where it becomes a problem. Over a distance of 50 miles, according to spherical geometry that would describe a ball Earth the size that they say it is, 25,000 miles in circumference, you should have the produces the formula 8 inches per mile squared. 8 inches. You plug in 50 miles into 8 inches per mile squared, you end up with 1,700 feet of expected curvature. The tallest building in Chicago is 1,700 feet. It's formerly the Sears Tower. It's the Wills Tower. You guys get where I'm going? You should barely see the tippy top of that building. Why are these people seeing not only that building, but 100, 200 foot buildings that surround it? So I'll tell you what the newscaster tells you. He says, what you are seeing is a mirage, right? So this is what the newscaster tells you. The problem is that a guy rented a boat, a guy named Rob Skiba. He hops in a boat and he videotapes this so-called mirage of the Chicago skyline. Well, he watches it until he's only a few hundred yards away from it. At what point does that mirage turn into the real skyline? You follow what I'm saying? You shouldn't be seeing that. There's hundreds of cases on YouTube of people seeing mountains from hundreds of miles away that you shouldn't be able to see, because as you go further out, this becomes an exponential function. When you go a quarter of the Earth, you're talking 3,000 miles of expected curvature. You have to have it, right? You have to have it dip 3,000 miles. The Bible's clear as heck that the Earth is not a ball. I don't know if you know the verses. I'm new to the Bible, but there's a lot of God stops the sun and the moon. What about the Earth? So you let the Earth fly off into orbit, right? And I believe he says it's something along the lines of stationary, right? Or something along those lines. He doesn't say we're hurtling through space at 600,000 miles an hour. So that's some of the crazy stuff. I can show you next up is, I don't know if you folks know it, but all the photos that you're going to see on the NASA website, you can look this up yourself tonight. You can look it up right while you're talking to me, call me a liar if you can discredit me, but you're not going to be able to. But all those photos on NASA website are composite photos. I'm talking of Earth from space, by the way. So those are composite photos. They're literally CGI, okay? And the problem with that is that they make mistakes. Can anybody figure out what the mistake was here? Anybody see how the...
Can I get you off? Do you think there's other planets?
I don't know, sir. I've never... see, that's what I'm trying to get at.
So what's that?
You know what? Who knows, right? I've never been there. Have you? I know that NASA shows me photos that are CGI.
Wait, why is NASA telling me that the Earth is round though? What's the point of that?
Oh, that's a good question. Everybody asks me, why does it matter?
No, why does it matter?
Oh,
why would they?
Why? Well, that kind of goes hand in hand with it. The fact is that I was an atheist for 46 years of my life until about a year and a half ago. I was an atheist because I was taught in school that there's a Big Bang. I was taught about evolution. And actually I wasn't taught, I was told, right? I was brainwashed from a young age to believe that, there's no creator out there. And I used to think that if someone told me that they believed in God, I would literally laugh at them like they were an uneducated fool. Well, it turns out when I started learning about flat Earth, I found out that in the Bible, there are over 200 verses that refer to an Earth that certainly doesn't spin around and have motion with it, right? So what it does is they're hiding literally a creator. And I have a great one. I'm going to lose a lot of people with speaking about God, but that's not my problem. The fact is,
evolution and God go hand in hand.
Excuse me?
Can evolution and God go together?
You got to read. Have you read your Bible?
Yeah.
And you think the Bible is compatible with evolution?
100%.
How?
God's put evolution in motion. What do you mean? The Bible isn't taken literally. Even Pope.
The Bible isn't taken literally, so now you're going to interpret. Everyone's going to be up to their own interpretations.
I don't know. That's what my Pope said.
Yeah, that's right. The Catholic Church, which is satanic beyond belief. All right, I'll give you a couple things on this Catholic Church. In the Bible, oh man, I'm going to get flustered here in a second.
Really?
In the Bible, there's a line that says that we're not supposed to worship false idols. You're not supposed to bow down. You're not supposed to pray to anything other than God Himself or Jesus Christ. I think it is.
That's
you can refute me, by the way, and help me out here.
Supposed to be evil.
But my point is that if you go into a Catholic church, you can literally kneel down and pray to Mother Teresa, or they have statues, and it's not considered.
You're not praying to them.
Well, you can literally people pray and send their, I believe, pray and pray.
Saints.
Excuse me, to saints, yeah. But you're not supposed to do other than that.
Let's go. Let's go.
All right, no problem.
Around the world.
All right, condemnation before investigation is the highest form of ignorance. Yes, condemnation. Thank you, ma'am.
Religion is just a religion.
Yeah, it's crazy, and what they're doing is they're deceiving people who think that they repent, and then they go about their lives. They continue to sin.
No, because they can just Hail Mary.
Right, and they're good, but it doesn't require any change of your what your actions are.
I know where I am going to heaven because I accepted my Savior into my heart.
Yeah, and that's beautiful. Good for you. And I'm new at this, so I'm messing up a little bit tonight. I have a little bigger audience than I'm used to, and also it gets tougher because what you'll do is you'll get people who in the audience who start to subvert you because they're going to talk about how stupid I am, right? So then it just takes a few of those people, and then people become embarrassed to listen further to the message, even though they're interested. So it's a shame, but that's the world we live in. But I'm going to get a quick drink. My mouth is getting dry. If you would do it with your, if you would videotape it, no, if you'd hand-hold it and take the audience, no?
There's this flat.
You think so?
Agreed. Yeah. Agreed.
You guys have looked and investigated
All right,
for real?
so if it's round, right?
Right?
If it's a sphere,
Yep.
you wouldn't have to. If you were on a helicopter, you wouldn't have to travel to your destination. The destination will come to you.
Yeah, right? Well, no, wait. They do have an explanation for that, right? You know what the explanation is? That there's a cocoon that somehow the atmosphere is also spinning 1,000 miles an hour with the Earth, right? So, correct. Yeah. I believe it's slightly higher at the equator. But the fact is that if space is a vacuum, right? What is holding our pressure system in that vacuum? It's never been done before. I'm with you, man. I certainly don't think we live on a spinning ball anymore. You guys see this? NASA had these are the continent. This is North America, and look how it changes size.
So are you saying we once did?
I'm sorry?
We once did live on
No, what I'm saying is NASA is lying to us. Your teachers are probably ignorant and uninformed. No, I don't think they're lying. I think that I thought I lived on a spinning ball up until about a year and a half ago. I'm 47 years old now, right? So the older people were like, literally, you go to school, they teach you what to think. Or see, guys, they tell you what to think in school, right? But now you guys can go online on YouTube and you start seeing other points of view that we didn't have when we were younger. Like, I didn't have cell phones when I was young. Can you imagine?
Wait, these photographs are taken at different angles. What if this one's closer?
Well, they do. Well, that is possible. Like if you do a super close up on a ball, you are going to do it. But the problem is that NASA has been busted. I don't know if you've seen the videos of them with harnesses. Have you seen them on the ISS? Have you looked into flat Earth at all? A little bit. Yeah, it takes, it's hard to do this because the thing is a lot of your friends will laugh at you. But again, always remember, condemnation before investigation is the highest form of ignorance. You guys understand what that means? That means like anybody who laughs at you for looking into something that you're just trying to understand yourself, they're the fool. They're the one who's going to remain ignorant, because you might look into it and find out that you don't agree with it, or you may look into it and actually learn that you do agree with it. But either way, you're going to learn something. So condemnation before investigation is a beautiful thing to live by, and it's important. So I'm out here just trying to get people to open their minds a little bit to things that are that we might have been deceived. So thank you guys. Have a good night. This is my main one. This is the one that I like to rile people with. This one. Yes. I have my one. I'll mention one idea. The one thought that got me into this is that you can see from across Lake Michigan. Have a great night, man. You can see from across Lake Michigan 50 miles across water. Okay. In the background, you'll see the Chicago skyline. All right. Now the problem is that according to spherical geometry, you should have 1,700 feet of expected curvature beyond the horizon. That's going to what math says a ball Earth the size of a 25,000 mile circumference Earth should be. The problem is that you can see the entire Chicago skyline. The tallest building in Chicago is the Willis Tower, which is 1,700 feet.
I have a question.
1,700. Let me just finish. 1,700 feet tall. You shouldn't be able to see except for the very tippy top of that building. Instead, you are seeing not only that building, but surrounding 100 and 200 feet building. They say it's a mirage. Somebody proved it wasn't a mirage. I'm sorry.
What happens when you get to the end, man?
Well, anybody here see the Truman Show? You're welcome. Have a great night. On the Truman Show, he lives in a dome.
You know what? God made it round.
If you read,
You can. The earth is round.
have you read your Bible? In the Bible.
I read the Bible.
Okay, great. All right, great.